Well, can you feel it? Can you almost reach out and touch it? Yes, that's right. We are entering Old Firm Week. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest Old Firm game in well over a decade, guys. This is huge, absolutely massive. So much is riding on next week on Sunday's game at Ibrox as that lot come to our ground. And it's all down to us. It's all in our hands. Look, the league may stand as it stands at this moment in time. You know, we did our job Saturday, beating Hibernian 3-1. They're now seventh, Dundee up to sixth. Hopefully they stay outside the top six. They are a shameful bunch. So there's a hope there. But the league stands as it stands. We are a point behind them. They will be top going into the Old Firm game, which is going to give them some semblance of a lift, some semblance of confidence, some sort of, something to kind of try and hold over us. But as we know, we have that game in hand, the game against Dundee that was called off. We win that, and we should be 2 points clear of them. Now, that game obviously comes up on the 10th of April. We were bringing that game here live on the channel, as well as obviously the Old Firm game on Sunday. Now, it's massive. It's huge, guys. It's absolutely huge. Now, look, this is a situation where this is completely in our hands now. We have the title in our grasp. All we've got to do, and this may seem quite a big all we've got to do, but all we've got to do is win our remaining 4 games pre-split. And for 3 games now, isn't it? 3 games, the game against Celtic, the game against Dundee, and then the game against Ross County, and then win all our post-split fixtures, or win them all by a draw at Parkhead. That, of course, would deliver the title to Ibrox, and that's got to be the desire. Now, Sunday is huge. Sunday is not just a football match. It is not just 2 teams going head to head. And we know no matter what Celtic and Rangers do, whether they play cards, tiddlywinks, Monopoly, it is a life and death situation that we have to win. They have to win. There is no in between on it. Now, if we win on Sunday, it gives us an opportunity to really put our stamp on this title, to basically say it is now ours, that, we'll be 2 points clear of them. With the game in hand, win that game in hand, which I'm pretty confident that we will do. We go 5 points clear. We've then obviously got to lose twice before they can even overtake us. Even a draw puts us 6 points clear of them, and then obviously they win. It can all come down to goal difference. Of course it could, but a win would be massive. If they were to come to Ibrox and win, and it puts us in a position where, look, they will be 4 points. They will be 4 points clear of us. 2 games in hand. Yes, I know we win the 2 games in hand. We go 2 points clear of them, but still kind of matters. It still is huge for me. 4 points clear was actually, wouldn't they? It'd be 4 points clear. So they win. They get a 77. We'd be 73. 4 points clear. We'd have 1 game in hand. So we'd still be behind them by a point. Yes, that's correct. Sorry, got that wrong. It's huge. It's massive. And this is a situation where we could actually grasp it. We could actually put down a marker. We actually send a clear signal to them that this is ours. This is truly our title. At the moment, we can say all we want, but the fact remains that we haven't beaten them yet this season. We've lost to them 1-0 at Ibrox in that game where Michael Beale should have been sacked after that game. Never mind the Aberdeen game. There was then obviously that reverse at Parkhead, which there was a lot of decisions there that didn't go our way. A lot of VR decisions that didn't go our way. A lot of bad refereeing as well. Players that should have been sent off. Players that seem to be allowed to foul at will. And I'll tell you one thing: we are going to hear this week over and over and over again from the Celtic camp, how referees give Rangers everything, how Rangers get soft penalties, how Rangers get all the decisions, how Rangers players don't get sent off, even though we know that's not true. That's what we're going to hear all week, because they will be sowing that narrative all week, as they've done for the previous 2 Old Firms, to try and influence refereeing standards, to try and influence the referee who is on duty for Sunday's game. That is what they will do, because that's the mind games they play. Now, it seems that over the last few seasons, we've really had a huge mental block when it comes to playing them. No matter the Celtic team we face, and look, as much as it pains me to say it, and Postecoglou's Celtic were a good team. They were a machine. You know, Postecoglou is a good coach. He's doing a good job at Tottenham, south of the border. He's a good coach. He had them in as a winning machine. But no matter what manager they've had, Bart's the 55 season, we have really struggled to beat them. It's almost like they have some sort of invisible hold over us. I mean, if we look at the results from recent Old Firm games, and look, I'm going to completely disregard that 3-0 win at Ibrox, because look, you can't say that Old Firm games don't matter, because Old Firm games matter. Every Old Firm game matters. Okay, you cannot say that an Old Firm game doesn't matter. The only team that ever say that, the team that loses, because they don't want to lose face. But every game does matter. But there was nothing riding on that game whatsoever. The pressure was not on because of the fact the league was done and dusted. They had players out. We had players out. It was a pretty much, sorry, the light fell as the light falls over again. It was pretty much a meaningless fixture. So we look back across those fixtures this season: 2-1 defeat at Parkhead, 1-0 defeat at Ibrox, that 3-0 win at the end of last season. Okay, good. 1-0 defeat at Ibrox. So 1-0 defeat, sorry, it wasn't Ibrox, was it? That was the semi-final. A 3-2 defeat at Parkhead, a 2-1 defeat in the cup final, a 2-2 draw at Ibrox, 4-0 defeat, a result that pretty much cost Gio's job. Celtic 1, Rangers 1, a draw at Celtic Park there, decent enough result there. The 2-1 cup final, semi-final victory, the 2-1 defeat at Ibrox in 2022, 3-0 defeat in 2022, then 3 straight Rangers victories back in 22-21, in 2021 with a 1-0 win, all wins at Ibrox there, 1-0, 4-1, 2-0. One of those might be a semi-final, actually, off the top of my head, I forget. But yes, so look, you look back past those 3 Rangers victories there, 1-0, 4-1, 2-0, and the results are pretty goddamn awful. There does seem to be a real mental block when it comes to playing them. So not only is this a test of 2 teams that are going for the title, 2 teams that want to win this title, 2 teams that want to win trophies this season, one that wants a double, one that wants a triple, and that's not a whiskey. You know, Rangers have got the treble on. The treble is there for us to win. You know, we've won the League Cup already. We can win the league. We can win the Scottish Cup. We can win 3 trophies and really rub it in and give Philippe Clement the perfect start to his Rangers managerial career. Or we blow it, we bottle it, we lose the league to them, we lose the cup to them, and they win the double, and we only come out of the League Cup. And then the debate starts, doesn't it? The huge debate starts over the team, over the success of the season, over the mentality of the players. So one thing that kind of comes across for me about Sunday's game is this is more than just a game of football. This is more than just 2 teams facing off against each other for the right to be top of the SPFL. This is also a massive, huge mentality test for this Rangers team. You know, we've kind of all said and we've all felt that there's been a move forward in the mentality. There's been a move forward in the mindset of these players, that Philippe Clement has got them out of that mindset, that negative mindset, you know, that mindset that comes in where we drop points away from home in games where we go behind, or our teams draw level with us, or in games where, you know, we struggle to break the opposition down and we end up coming out as a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 result. You know, those games seem to have gone now. Philippe Clement doesn't seem to have those games where we go away to Rugby Park, where we go away to St Johnstone, St Mirren, to Livy and slip up. Or games at Ibrox where teams park the bus, we can't break them down, it frustrates, it ends in a draw, it just all falls apart. That doesn't happen under Philippe Clement. So we have seen a big positivity mindset reset from that. But as yet, we have not seen the real proof in the pudding. That's in the eating. That's in this mentality test. So this, for me, is not just about a physical match between 2 teams on Sunday. It's also a mentality thing. It's also a brain thing. It is also a psychological thing going into this game. You know, this is a chance to really change that psychology, really change that mentality that there currently is in these 2 squads. You know, the expectation is clear. You know, you listen to the likes of Callum McGregor, to the likes of to Celtic fans, to Celtic management, to Celtic board members. They all say the same. They're not bothered that we've got a game in hand. They're not bothered that we win. If we win that, the 2 points clear, because they are thinking, do you know what? It doesn't matter, because when they come to play us, they'll bottle it twice. We'll win both the games and we'll win the league because we've won the Old Firm games, which a lot of us said that this season would come down to. That's the thought. That's the feeling in Celtic Park, amongst Celtic staff, amongst Celtic players. Why? Because that's what's happened in the past. Okay, post Gerrard, that is what has happened. This team and the majority, and there's a lot of the players still here, the Barisics, the Tavs, the Goldsons, the Lundstroms, the Jacks, have laid down and died and surrendered on the majority of occasions to that team from across our city. And that's what we've got to overcome. That's what we've got to start to overcome on Sunday. This is not just about winning 3 points. This is about changing the mentality, changing the psychology of this Rangers team to know that we can go out there and we can beat them, because to this point we haven't, and we need to. We need to take a minimum of 4 points from these last 2 Old Firm games to really stamp our authority, not just on winning this title this season, but laying down a marker for next season. Because I guarantee you one thing, if they come back to win the title this season and we lose those last 2 Old Firm games, or we draw those last 2 Old Firm games, they're going to think they still can't beat us. They still can't overcome us. They still bottle jobs when it comes to playing us. It's a marker, guys. Like I said, let me know. Obviously, always let me know what you think of the video, guys. Let me know what you think of this Sunday's game. Let me know what you think of this psychological test this is going to be on Sunday in Sunday's game. Guys, thank you so much for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. As always, guys, if you can smash the sub and help to join the channel to help the channel grow, that would be utterly phenomenal. And as always, on the way out, 2 things I ask of you. Number 1, smash the like. And number 2, remember always, we are the people.